Hello everyone, I am Alka1993. We have another new Forbidden Limited list. It feels so recent, like 1 or 2 weeks ago they were at the last one. Pretty sure it might have been it would have been at least a month ago when I uploaded a video very late because I was just late with making the video like a month late or something. Anyway, we have another new one. Yeah, the previous one got an effect December 3rd. Now at the end of January we have another one. So is this an emergency list or because Savage Strike is coming and they expect things? TCG list, new stuff. Fairy Tale Snow, gone. I don't know why. Grinder Golem might have to do with some, like, I believe Grinder Golem was put on limited due to being part of an FDK, or at least an OTK. And Fairy Tale Snow, I'm not so sure why. Must be some cool combo that you can use with Fairy Tale Snow as well. It is a useful card in, I suppose, some decks, but I don't know of any combos. Don't recall seeing any big combos with it, like I've seen with like number 86, Turbo, or anything like that. So wonder why. If you can tell me in the comments, then that'd be appreciated. So is number 86 gonna go in there? Topologic Gumbler Dragon. Okay, the pretty much the extra link guy that ends off an extra link combo. Yeah, okay. So Topologic Gumbler Dragon is have completely gotten rid of. This still allows extra links to occur, but Gumbler Dragon is a very useful card because it gets a very strong effect if it's in an extra link. I don't recall exactly what the effect is. I just know it's a strong effect if it is part of an extra link. So that's usually the final card placed in it. The rest being cards that are useful in the combo of setting the entire thing up. So that way, if there's an extra link, at least you don't have a Gumbler Dragon. Okay. Number 72. Look out! Number 86. Rhongomyniad. Yeah, that was the turbo deck, and it's just forbidden. If this would have been a main deck monster, limited might have been a thing, but because it's an extra deck card, you normally only use one number 86 there anyway, so you have to make it forbidden. You have to. And because of the combos that are currently possible, yeah, Heroic Champion, yeah, this makes sense, because it just is a very good deck. Not sure why Galaxy Tomahawk is also forbidden. Probably a combo in there with tokens that it can summon, link combos, not really sure. Might have to do with Fairy Tale Snow as well, might be completely unrelated, I don't know. But Galaxy Tomahawk is also forbidden. Rhongomyniad is something that I did expect there, yeah. Because it's one of the best decks. What are other really good decks? Ultra Guys is still good. Thunder Dragon Dino maybe. Sky Striker. Let's see what else, but makes sense that this card is there. Let's see, until January 28th. So that's next Monday. I think that's usually what they do. They like reveal it on Friday or something, and then it takes effect on Monday. That suggests to me that there's a YCS this weekend because that's usually what happens. Things like this. Soul Charge forbidden. Was it forbidden before? I'm not sure. It was limited for a while, but Soul Charge is gone. Soul Charge does help set up extra links, but just or even and not even extra links can still be big combos to help, yeah, do link stuff because you just do your link stuff. Let's say you have three. Let's say you have the rightmost extra monster zone for you, the one below it, and then your middle monster zone. And then you've done a lot of combos, and you just play Soul Charge. You go into the battle phase, but let's say you get three monsters back. Yeah, sure, no battle phase. Sure, no. So you take 3,000 damage. You have three more monsters you can then combo with to fill in those final slots and potentially end with Topologic Gunpowder Dragon, which you can't do now. But yeah, this Soul Charge in the Link era can really help in setting up an extra Link and setting up a really dangerous board. So another one that I'm like, yeah, especially with Links now. I understand that it would be stay limited or even be forbidden. Yeah. No new traps. Let's see what's limited. Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy of the End, which suggests to me that the errata is now official, or has the errata been official for a while? Cyber-Stein, that must have been errata as well. I'm going to have to look into that. But those must both have been errata, because otherwise they were just too strong, I believe. Cyber-Stein, I remember originally using it in like very early days. Summoning Blue Eyes Ultimate. That was just cool, bringing it out like that with a 5,000 life points was really hefty. I think it became forbidden because it summoned Thousand Eyes Restrict. And with summoning any fusion, now there's some really good fusions with really difficult summoning requirements. but ones that can still be summoned outside of a fusion summon, Cyber-Stein can make use of. So you can't summon Dragon Envoy at the end. That must be errata, because that's otherwise a very good card. A Dark Grepher is limited. That would be for the same reason that Rhongomyniad is now forbidden, because Dark Grepher was a strong card in that. Armageddon Knight, I believe, is already here. Yeah. Dark Grepher now as well, weakening that Dark Warrior core. Rhongomyniad is gone, so that deck, like, it was just Rhongomyniad. That whatever the mist thing, shadow the guy levels number 73. I want to say it was. No, not 73, because it's Master of Blades. 53? 74 is Master of Blades. Don't remember. Whatever the rank 3 thing is, they're just like, okay, me and all my XP materials are going to go under Rhongomyniad. And that just makes Rhongomyniad extremely difficult to deal with. I think I faced it once in OCYCS. Yeah, I did face it once with OCYCS, and that was just really difficult to deal with. The only thing I could have done in my deck is Dimension Wall. I think I only had 1 copy in the deck at the time, or 2. Definitely what I learned from OCYCS is to have at least 1 or 2 more Dimension Wall in the deck. Maybe Magic Cylinder, but then that's targeting, so probably 1 or 2 more Dimension Wall depending on how many I already have. At least 1, 2 copies in my deck, because that would have gotten me out of some situations. What else we have? This seems like a big list already. We're only at limited. Some big changes. I don't think there were too many changes, like 8 to 10. No, that's already quite a lot. Like 8 maybe at max on the previous list. The one that came out start December. We're only at limited, only the monsters, and there's already quite a lot of changes. Sure, it's strategies of the Necros. Ooh, okay. I haven't really heard of the Necros recently, so probably that's why Shirt was allowed to come back. Although there will probably have been some testing by Konami TCG to see how well Necros could do with Shirt back, and they decided to bring it back to limited. So let's see if anyone will play Necros soon, or if that Shirt makes much of a difference. Probably will make some difference, but how much of a difference, and how much of a difference compared to the current meta. Let's see. Shaddoll Construct! Construct's back. I can play Shaddoll again! It's just at 1, but Shaddoll Construct, yes! Shaddoll was, I loved, absolutely loved playing Shaddoll. And with Construct back, yes! Construct's back. I'm really happy. I'm gonna make some duel videos with Shaddoll in the coming week. Absolutely. Because I'm pretty sure I still have a Shaddoll deck, and it would really be able to use Construct, just because Construct is good in Shaddoll in general, but also because there's some light mods in there that just work well with it. And it makes the fact that I was building a Shaddoll deck somewhat possible again, like real life Shaddoll. I was building Constellar Shaddoll. Like Shaddoll will be way changed now because of the links, and also especially because of new support that's come out, new fusion stuff. But Construct back. Pretty sure it's still in here somewhere. I should check. Is it this one? No, it's the other one. This Shaddolls? Yes. Yes. This. Yeah. I remember the Duelist Alliance booster box, and this was the very first card I got. Ultra rare Shaddoll Construct. I was so excited about that. That was such a good moment. Such a good moment. You can find that on my channel, my booster box. I think it's the only Yu-Gi-Oh booster box I ever got. Shaddoll Construct, first back, the main thing I was looking for. That was lovely. That was amazing. I'm really happy it's back. Let's see, Brilliant Fusion. It's a limited. Brilliant Fusion is using a decent amount of decks, I guess. With 1 or 2 Gem Knights, generally Garnet, I believe. Although, depending on the deck, I think recently I saw a deck list with something else, like Gem Knight Amber, because it worked. I think that's Thunder Dragon, because then it's a Thunder monster, worked better in that. Brilliant Fusion does help bring out whatever. It's like the Gem Knight and then a light. The Gem Knight that allows an extra normal summon to help some combos. Potentially links, potentially extra link stuff, but that doesn't have to be the case. It'll just have an extra normal summon, can be very strong. That's why Brilliant Fusion is now limited. Gold Sarcophagus back to limited, has been there before, back to limited. Likely due to the Thunder Dragon deck, because I know the Thunder Dragon deck banishes a lot. I've not actually faced it ever, I think. Not in OCYCS either. Won the first 3 rounds, then lost the last 3, unfortunately, so I didn't even top. I think I got 20th out of the 64 in the end, something like that. But I didn't face Thunder Dragon, so I can't tell you too much about them, but I'm pretty sure they're one of the top decks, I do know that, and they do quite a lot with banishing. So Gold Sarcophagus likely helps them with that, like they maybe get cards back from being banished, or get activated when they get banished, and Gold Sarcophagus does help with that. Magical Midbreaker Field, I believe that's a field spell that I saw recently in a few deck lists, because I was looking at I think it was earlier today or yesterday, I think. I was looking at some top deck lists from recent TCG tournaments, and I saw Magical Midbreaker Field in a few of them. I'm pretty sure that's a field spell. Don't know what it is. Pretty sure it has one of the blue monarchs on the cover, but I don't remember what it does. I'm gonna have to take a look at it in the second part of this video, like once I've looked through the entire list. We're still at limited, so many changes. Whoa. Magical Midbreaker Field limited. Scapegoat semi-limited, so even with links existing, Scapegoat is allowed to come back because they don't feel it's strong enough to help with that. Slash Draw. What does Slash Draw do again? I don't remember, I'll have to look it up. If you draw this card, deals a certain amount of damage. Is that Slash Draw what Aporia used against Yon? I don't know, nothing new semi-limited interesting. There's only 4 cards semi-limited. Malicious, Luster Pendulum, Necrophase, and Terraforming. Inzektor Hornet from limited to just back. Dragonfly not, but it's back. Necros of Bryanak from limited to back. Excital Knight is back, although I guess was limited before, so I guess it's an Xyz monster. Like an extra deck monster, unless it's one you summon multiple times, it's either limited or just it's either forbidden or it exists, just like with Rhongomyniad. Evil from Excital Knight is back fully now, but generally you wouldn't really run more than one anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Interrupt Kaiju Slumber, K, Monarch Stormforth, K, Eradicate Virus, Infinity Barrier. I think that got made limited shortly after Infernity's won Worlds. And now it's back. When a Magician, back from Semi. Tech Genius Hyper Librarian now allowed fully again, and limiter removal as well. So many changes, what a list! So Thunder Dragons have somewhat of a hit through Gold Sarcophagus. I'd have to check what Magical Midbreaker Field does again to make sure which decks actually get hit by that. Rhongomyniad gone, Dark Refer limited, so that weakens the Dark Warrior deck a lot. Just a good Rhongomyniad gone is pretty much a deck gone, because it was just bring out Rhongomyniad and make it indestructible. But the Dark Warrior deck in general is weaker now with Dark Refer gone anyway, even if they want to do other things with Rhongomyniad. Shaddoll Construct is back. I'm really excited about that. Brilliant Fusion is a useful card. I don't expect it to go back from limited, maybe semi, but I don't expect to see it back in unlimited. In a way, it's somewhat surprising that it stayed unlimited for so long. Maybe it was useful, but not useful enough, I guess, to put it on there. Okay. Chaos Emperor Cyber-Stein. Soul Charge, yeah. Galaxy Tomahawk and Fairy Tale Snow. I just don't know why they're there, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, let's take a look at some cards that either were errata or I just don't remember what they do. Okay, found it for Chaos Emperor Dragon. Still banishing Light and Dark. It's a once per turn to pay the 1,000 life points. It's still pretty sure it was as many cards as possible, which is the same as all, isn't it? Hands and on the field is possible to the graveyard, each goes sent to the opponent's graveyard, so that's less damage. Because your own cards still get sent, but they don't deal damage. And you can activate other cards or effects, or you can activate this card effect. So, any effect, so any other monster effect, if you play, no, I want to say Pot of Greed, that doesn't really work. Let's say Jar of Greed, a trap. If you play Reckless Greed, that's an effect activation. Doesn't work. If you... No, Pot of Duality wouldn't work because you special summon this thing, but any effect activation whatsoever, you cannot use this effect. You can still summon Chaos Emperor Dragon, but you cannot use its effect. So that I suppose is limited. Like you limited enough to make it limited now. Okay, let's look at Cyber-Stein. So why is the erratum just what? So that's really old. If the errata is extra deck and it's been for that for a while, I think. Or is that just the database? But it's just extra. So is that just regular Cyber-Stein? Okay. Yeah, so what I'd like to ask you is why are Galaxy Tomahawk and Fairy Tale Snow on the list? Those are things I'm not really sure of. Let's see, two other things that I wasn't too sure of. Magical Midbreaker Field. Starting in main phase 1 or 2. During each phase, main phase 1, monsters in the field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Also, neither player can target monsters their opponent controls. Okay. Or 2. Each phase, main phase 1, monsters in the field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So that's probably the idea with this field spell is you play it at the start of your main phase 1. Your stuff can't be targeted by any of the opponent's card effects, which makes it a lot harder to take your stuff out. Even with some hand traps, they may target. I'm not sure if they do. Either way, like through traps, spell effects, monster effects, it makes it a lot harder to take your stuff out because you can't target. The monster in the field can't even be destroyed with the opponent's card effects, which is really horrible. And it's just monsters on the field, not monsters on your field. So even on the opponent's turn, things like Raigeki, Dark Hole, any kind of field wipe like that. Monsters, like, they're affected by card effects, but they can't be targeted by the opponent's card effects. Or neither player can target monsters their opponent. Yeah, the opponent can't target stuff in monsters you control. And, like, alright, okay. Yeah, this is very helpful with just setting your board up. Now, the opponent gets the same advantages in a sense. However, this is probably used when you know you have a setup to play and big monsters, combo stuff. I can see why this is very useful. Okay. I think it was Slash Straw that I wanted to check. Send cards from top of your deck to graveyard because the number of cards your opponent controls and draw one card and show it. And then if it is Slash Straw, send to the grave. If you do destroy as many cards in the field as possible, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent for each card destroyed and send to the grave for this effect. 2,000. So if you destroy 4, that's it. Because you do was not Slash Straw. My guess is that was Slash Straw forbidden or limited? Limited. Yeah, it makes sense that it's limited because then you can't do it because you need 2 Slash Straws. The only way to make this work now is if you reveal this thing with Destiny Hero Diamond Dude, and then before your next turn's main phase, when you actually use the effect of Slash Jaw, you've put the thing back in the deck. So let's say Destiny Hero Diamond Dude, which reveals this thing, excavates it, sends to the grave, and then during your next turn, pretty sure you don't have to do it to start a main phase. So the start of main phase, you play something like a Feather of the Phoenix, putting the card on top of the deck. Then you use Diamond Dude's effect to use Slash Draw, and then you might still have it. But that's really big turnaround. So much harder to set up. Extremely hard. So it makes sense that Slash Draw's limited. Yeah. Okay. I guess there's some combo that, like, at the moment anyway, if it would have been unlimited, that makes Slash Draw a lot easier to use. And, like, maybe that's also related to Grinder Golem. Maybe it was a combo with Grinder Golem. Because that puts tokens on the opponent's field. Although that doesn't send stuff to the graveyard, so that doesn't really count. Maybe if the opponent has 4 cards or more, this is an ODK. Maybe that was wanted to be avoided. So yeah, that was a big list. And it's 3:20 a.m. and I really should be sleeping, but I saw, ooh, there's a new list. So yeah, making a video and then waking up somewhat early tomorrow for Formula E. That's gonna be fun. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you could tell me why Fairy Tale Snow and Galaxy Tomahawk are on the list, please let me know because I'm not really sure about that. Um, some hits on the big thing, especially Rhongomyniad, just gone. Gumbler Dragon for extra link stuff as well. My favorite change, though, if you couldn't tell already, Shaddoll Construct is back. Yes, Construct. Alright, that was the video for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.